And now we are hearing from Linda McMahon, calling him a dear friend who will always be remembered in and out of the ring. For even more on Hulk Hogan, longtime agent Darren Prince as well. Darren, thank you so much. I know today has been a tough day, and people all over the world have been talking about Hulk Hogan, but only a few people really knew Terry. Tell us about the man behind the character.
That's what I've been telling everybody, as heartbreaking as it is. And thank you for having me. I never looked at him as Hulk Hogan. I got to know the real Terry Gene Bollea, who put God first, who absolutely loved his fans. Up to recently felt he was always treated like he was still the heavyweight champion. And not one phone call ever ended with us without saying how much we love one another. And it was just one of those true blessings of an individual in my life.
Well, I know how much you loved each other because you have talked about your struggle with opioid addiction, and you say it was Terry that was the one that was supporting you throughout your entire recovery. Tell us about that journey and how he helped you so much personally.
Yeah, that was amazing early on. I remember he called me up one day and he goes, "Brother, you begged God for the blessing on July 2nd, 2008. And I think it's time that God is calling you and saying it's time for you to be a blessing to other people." And, Terry, Hulk was one. Magic Johnson is very near and dear to me. My clients really supported me, but Terry was right at the forefront. I mean, never judged me, understood what I was going through. And it was his proudest moment. I mean, the last probably 5, 6 years, we would always say it's not in our business anymore. It's about life. We were each other's biggest supporters. We knew I wasn't perfect, he wasn't perfect. And to have that blessing with somebody that was so iconically beloved around the world is something I'll treasure in my heart and soul forever.
And we mentioned, earlier how Hulk was on the stage at the RNC last year. We were all there, covering it for ABC News. His involvement in politics, he seemed to balance it pretty well with his career, but there was something about Trump that he loved, just watching him tear that shirt off, put in that Hulk Hogan voice. Why did he want to get involved with politics, Darren?
Well, I know for a while he stayed out of it. After the assassination attempt, that's when I spoke to him that week, and he goes, "Brother, that's it. That's when I put my foot down, and it was time." And the way the world is right now, celebrities, it's a little difficult to, pick sides and be super public about it. But to him, he felt that was what crossed the line and, dove, head first right into all of it.
He sure did. Well, I have to ask you, how do you think, because you had so many intimate conversations with him, you two were close for what, decades. How do you think Hulk Hogan, how do you think he wants to be remembered, Darren?
I'm sure the wrestling is important to him. He knew in his own way that he was the Babe Ruth of the sport. But I think more as an individual and the way he was with his fans and the people that were near and dear to him. Like I said, he was so gracious with everybody he ever met. There were so many times me and my boy Vo and Nikki seeing people on my team would get agitated from the bum rush of fans and be like, "Guys, this is why Hulkamania is going to live forever." So I got to listen to every story. I got to shake every hand. This once in a lifetime 30 seconds is what these people have been waiting for. And that's a rarity in today's celebrity world, as you know.
It is so true. From the fans to Dolly Parton to Mr. T to Muhammad Ali, we've been looking at all the pictures and reminiscing. Darren Prince, so great to have you. Really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Hulk Hogan was 71 years old.